Shalom, my homies. Welcome to another exciting episode of the Stacking Triggers Podcast, a podcast for casual spikes like you, me, and Bill. Hi, Bill.
Hi, Dan.
Hi. On today's epi, we have another cheater. Shocking everybody. I know there's another cheat. This one, I feel like everyone's tried at least once. But
Not me.
aside from that, we have a couple ban list discussions. First, I'm going to talk about the One Piece ban list discussion, or like the ban list announcement, and like why all the cards got banned, because there was a lot, 4 cards. The only time we've had that, the only time that we've had that many cards banned was on the Troll Ass temporary ban list that happened only in the West for some reason. That's a whole different discussion for a whole different time. And then we're also going to talk about the modern ban list update coming on the 31st and our predictions for that. Yes, there will be other formats getting bans during that time. Legacy will likely also see a ban list of some kind. Pioneer, no one cares about. But we here on the podcast care about modern. The Magic the Gathering format, modern. So if we don't talk about your favorite format, which is like Kamigawa block tiny leaders, sorry. But before that, Bill, it's our weekly, and by episode weekly I mean episodely tradition, our Fortnite card games. How was your Fortnite card games?
It was okay. What happened? I got back from Charlotte, and I guess from that episode, nobody knew about my 10K. So I was in the 10K, and you were.
I was also in the 10K. Yep.
And we had fun in the 10K. I don't know if you had fun, but I was on Hollow One and went 3-3.
And again, your magic number for the weekend, 3-3. I played your Ketramos deck that you played in the 5K. I went 1-3. Having played that deck now, boy, that deck fucking, I hate that deck. I don't think that deck is very good. I'm gonna be honest.
I think you and I had talked about it. I think it's like in its infancy still.
Sure.
Right. Like there's tuning that needs to happen, especially like around the mana base. And then like other stuff too, right? Like also like it's dealing with a very combo heavy meta right now, which I think is probably going to change.
Sure. I think in a mid-range meta, the deck is maybe fine. But if you're behind, holy fucking shit, some of your top decks are embarrassing.
They're awful.
It's just like here's a 4-mana 2/2. Yeah. It's like, what the fuck does this do? Oh, it kills an enchantment or artifact. For 4 mana. It's a 2/2.
Yeah.
It's just so like the deck is so embarrassing sometimes. When you're ahead, it's a fine-tuned machine. When you're behind and need to hit certain pieces, unless you're hitting like exactly Baelmerk into a different piece, the deck is embarrassing.
Yeah, it's awful. Yeah, but I think the best win I had with the Hollow One deck was against a Titan, like a Amulet Titan deck. Fantastic. It was like a grindy. Somehow Hollow One was able to outgrind Titan because I had Surgical Extraction and extractioned his Titans.
It was also because you had a Blood Moon and Magus of the Moon.
Also Magus of the Moon, they have a hard time dealing with. Blood Moon, they could deal with a little better. Both really hard, but it was fantastic. Also, Burning Inquiry away like all of his important cards in turn 1. So yay, slot machine. And then when I got back, I did my normal Thursday standard boo earns. Did the monkey thing. Yeah, I mean, it was what it was.
Sure.
What else? What else did I do, Dan? And then this past week, did more standard and got third out of 9. Mainly, like it was mainly because of my opponent match win percentage,
Sure.
which kind of sucked. That's all it came down to. But, it be what it be.
Yep.
Other than that, my store finally goes back to modern, which I am the excite for.
Good.
And I really wish we were going back to modern sooner. But yeah, so currently having some problems, like trying to actually pick a deck that I want to play.
For modern?
Yeah.
I think you
'Cause,
just
like-
wait till the ban list is here, and then you.
Well, we're
determine
going
from
next
there.
week. Well, true, but like we're going next week. So it's like,
Okay.
do I
Let's play
do I
Hollow
play
one
Blink?
for a week.
I don't know.
I think.
I don't know. I've also been experimenting online because I had some time off this past week for surgery.
Mhm.
Summer, where are my balls, Summer? And so, yeah, I don't know. I've been playing around with the what's it called, Dan?
I don't know. I don't know what you've been playing.
Yeah. Domain. That's it. I've been playing around with
Oh.
Domain.
Oh.
Yeah, I don't know. I like Domain.
I think that deck has like one good draw, and that's when they go Leyline into Scion. And if they don't
Yeah.
Leyline into Scion, yeah, the deck can get there, but it's very difficult.
True. It is very difficult. But we'll see. We'll see what the bans bring, because God knows I can't Murktide to save my life.
It's true. I've seen it. You're dreadful.
I'm awful at it. Anyways, how about your Fortnite Magic, Dan? What have you
I
done?
didn't play any Magic. I don't care. I played a 3v3 in One Piece. We went 2-2. There were 17 teams. That was good for 6th place, mainly because our first 2 wins came in the first 2 rounds. And then we lost to 2 teams that placed in top 4. In total, 3 of the 4 teams we placed in top 4. So that really helped our OMW to get to 6th place, even in the first place, which is good for min cash. So positive thing there. And then I've only played like One Piece locals, and I played a new deck. It's buggy because there's a new promo out that says, hey, when this is on the battlefield, characters with a cost of 3 or 4 cannot attack, which is very good into what I'm going to be talking about shortly, the new ban list, because there's an old leader from OPO1, Zoro, who can make a comeback now, and he only has like 3 and 4 cost characters that attack. So you stick that buggy, that Zoro doesn't do a fucking thing. Especially with like how they're building, because they're building for like anti-green, so they need like Gum Mulgun to be able to take care of, to reduce the power of Eustace Captain Kidd 8 cost and KO Rosinante blocker at the same time. So hey, there's this wacky card called Buggy. It's a 7/8. Actually, so let me actually tell you what Gum Mulgun does. It says pay 4, reduce a character's cost or a character's power by 5,000. Then if you control a character with 6,000 power or more, KO a 2K. So generally it will hit and clear 7Ks. The buggy I have that you run is 7 cost 8K power. So yeah, they can't remove it with that. They have to use 2 cards to remove it. It's great.
Dang.
So one of the people kind of got upset that I was playing the deck because they were like, "What are you doing, scouting the meta?" And I was like, "Well, no, I was always going to play this deck. It's not my fault. Everyone wanted to play aggro today."
Right.
So of course, I play them in the finals, and I don't fucking draw it, and they're playing Zoro. I had 21 looks in a 50 card deck. I finally found one copy on my 9 Dawn turn, which by that point I had 2 life, and that is way too late in the game for me to live the game. So I lost because I couldn't draw it for some fucking reason, despite mulliganing for it and having 21 looks.
That sucks.
So it sucks. That's it, really. I have not played Magic because I don't care about playing Modern right now. And it's not even like, oh, I want to play against not Breach. Nobody at my fucking locals plays Breach, so I haven't really felt like playing it.
Huh? Oh, like nobody at your locals is playing like what's in the top meta, or like
no, nobody plays Breach. So it's not that I don't want to play against Breach; it's that I just don't feel like playing.
I gotcha. I thought it was more so just whatever your meta was, you just weren't going to get adequate practice, is what you were.
I don't care about practice. There's nothing to practice.
Okay.
This format will change dramatically. So, like, to me, there is nothing. There is nothing to practice because main decks are going to change, sideboards are going to change, what everyone's targeting is going to change. There's so much that's going to change. There's not even a reason to even give a shit right now, to me.
Yeah, makes sense.
Okay, now let's move to the One Piece ban list. I'm going to talk about this very quickly. Share my screen. Oh my god, I hate you. Okay, cool. So this is horribly broken. I love it. Hold on. Entire screen. I hate this.
Yeah.
Wow. Nope. We're going infinite. All right, remove that. Present. I wanna stop presenting. I wanna share my screen. I want to select this window. Thank you. Okay, so here's the ban list. This came. When did this hit? Earlier this week, on like the 17th or the 16th. So these 4 cards were banned. We have 8 cost Gecko Moria, 4 cost Jinbei, 1 cost Ice Age, and 6 cost Kingdom Come. Why were each of them banned? Well, hey, Gecko Moria, best recursion tool in the game. There are some combos where you can get upwards of like 20 Dawn worth of value. For those of you who are unaware, in the One Piece card game, there's 10 Dawn. So, getting 20 Dawn worth of value off of 1 card is very excellent. Very good.
Pretty good.
Very good. Basically, Black Mirrors, anytime like you had black decks playing against each other, they would it would come down to like who gets the most Gecko Morias, generally. If you have more Gecko Morias than your opponent, you probably won the game. Jinbei, this card was banned because it was very good in Don Quixote del Flamingo from OPO1. Don Quixote del Flamingo basically says, attach 2 Dawn and attack, pay 1 Dawn. You may reveal the top card of your deck. If that is a 7 Warlords type, Jinbei is a 7 Warlords type. You can play that card for free, rested, from the top of your deck. And then Jinbei also says, hey, when this enters the battlefield, you can play a 7 Warlords character from your hand immediately onto the battlefield. So as early as turn 2, your opponent could swing 7 at you, which is it's 5k power leaders is generally kind of difficult to defend, and then throw out 8 Dawn worth of bodies on the board for 3, while also hitting you profitably. So that was to to kind of curb the swarmability of the deck. It made it like because of the swarmability, the deck actually pushed out other aggro decks. It was weird. Like it like you would figure like, oh, Lord of the Ground aggro decks should be good into this. No, it has like tools to actually combat the lower to the ground aggro decks. So this getting pushed out has allowed Zoro to come back in, which is neat. I like having Zoro in the meta. Ice Age, it was banned because Rob Lucci is a deck from OPO7. He says when attacking, reduce a character's cost by 1, and then mill 2 cards, or mill 2 cards, then reduce a character. So basically, like Rob Lucci for 1 Dawn and then attack could reduce any character by 6 cost, which generally will remove anything if you combine it with any kind of removal, you know, of any cost. So basically, this is taking it so where black has like very little cost reduction now, which is interesting. I don't know if that's the way I want to be. I would want to take it, but it's made it so black isn't in the meta, really. Like Rob Lucci doesn't exist in the meta. Blackbeard is a black deck. It doesn't run this card. Smoker was going to be a deck that you could have played in OP10. Nope, not anymore. You can. I think it's actually probably better than Lucci because it has like better quality characters with reduction on them than Lucci had. But this is an interesting ban, honestly. And then the really interesting ban is Kingdom Come, because this only saw play in 2 decks. One of them was Black Yellow Luffy, and the other one was Enel. And what this card says is you can KO any character at all. Any character. Pick one. KO them. But you reduce your life all the way down to 1. Well, Black Yellow Luffy and Enel both love being at 1 life. It's their favorite. So whenever you would activate this, you would go down to 1, and then Enel's leader effect is turned on, and then Black Yellow Luffy kind of gets to awaken for free or for very cheap.
Yeah.
So I think this was to hit those. Obviously, this was to hit those, but like it's one of those where it's like Black Yellow Luffy, you're already hitting Gecko Moria. Why are we hitting this card too?
Yeah, that's why I'm like making faces, because it's like, hey, I have this Gecko Moria card. I'm kind of sad.
I mean, it is what it is, but I don't know.
I know.
The Gecko Moria, like I think these go in order of like this is what I expected. Like Gecko Moria, people have been crying about this for formats. Jinbei, it was always going to be Jinbei from Dofi. People were being like, maybe it's 4-cost law that bounces a 4-cost. Maybe it's going to be Marshall Teach, which puts a 7 Warlords character on the top of your deck so you can cheat it out with your leader effect. No, it was always going to be the card that said, hey, play another card. Because you're already cheating in bodies for free. Why would you cheat out more bodies for free?
Right.
And then Ice Age, we're taking black in an interesting direction. And then Kingdom Come, this is just kind of like, let's just punch Black Yellow Luffy in the face while it's in the fucking dirt already. So
yeah.
Regarding the top 5 decks, I think the top 5 decks in no order in the OP10 meta after this ban list are going to be Jewelry Bonnie, Shanks, Red Green Smoker, Purple Luffy, and Zoro. Notice how I did not put a blue deck, a black deck, or a yellow deck in there. And that's probably the big thing I have against this ban list is that you have essentially removed 3 colors from the from the game. Because like Blackbeard still exists, but Blackbeard was going to be really good in this meta with Dofi still being good. Now Blackbeard kind of sucks actually because it loses like Zoro is just an infinitely better pure aggro deck than Dofi was. So Blackbeard just kind of like hard dies to that deck. It already had a bad matchup into Purple Luffy, which is going to see a bit more prevalence because Dofi's gone, although Zoro kind of checks that. Bonnie and Smoker are there to check Zoro. and Shanks is there to check Bonnie and Smoker. And then Purple Luffy and Zoro are there to check Shanks in a way. So, like, it's a nice little triangle, and everyone complaining about this meta already needs to shut the fuck up. Because it's already started, and I'm already over it. People just being like, well, this fucking combo, and it's like, guys, this combo is 12 Dawn, okay? 12. All right? The combo you're talking about, 12 Dawn. All right? Gecko Moria says, hey, let me, as a baseline for one card existing, let me put in 14 cost worth of characters.
Yeah.
As a baseline.
It's a broken card. I get it.
It is. It's good. Like, I'm not going to sit here and be like, this card sucks. But, like, it's good. It's a really good card. But it's one of the best cards ever printed. But, like, there's a new combo with, like, 8 cost Eustace Captain Kidd, 2 cost Blocker Rosinante, and then this new 2K counter Tashigi from OP10. Tashigi says, hey, if a green character you have would be removed, you can actually rest this character being the Tashigi instead. Rosinante says, hey, I have Blocker. Also, if your character would be KO'd, a rested character would be KO'd, I can KO myself instead. Or I can trash myself instead of that getting KO'd. And then 8 cost Kid says, if I have a Dawn underneath me, your opponent has to attack only into me. So you basically set up your Exodia wall that says, you can attack into this thing, but I have a blocker to keep it safe. You can try to kill this thing, but I have a thing that rests itself to prevent you from moving from the battlefield at all. Good luck, everybody else.
Yeah.
And that's what everyone's complaining about. And it's just like, just play good, play better cards.
Play good cards.
Play Gum Gum Mole Gun. That is it for One Piece ban list talk. That's all I want to talk about. It's semi-involved. I'm excited for this format. I think this format is going to be better than the last format. I like open formats. I've already seen people complaining about open formats, and it's just like, man, shut the fuck up. You don't know what you want. Just shut the fuck up. Just either don't play the game or just shut the fuck up. It's one of the two.
Yeah.
All right. Let me see if I can get this to work right. For whatever reason, StreamYard is being weird. It's the cheat of the week, Bill. We're going to talk about the cheat that happened at the NRG. And can I get this? Cheat. Oh my God. Why do you have to keep fucking asking me? I hate it, Bill. I hate it.
It's just to be a pain in your butt, Dan.
All right. How do I do this? No, is this gonna work the way I want it to? Oh, here we go.
Yeah, there's the video.
All right, so here's the video. All right, so we got this goober right here, and goober. Basically, I think that the judge sitting next to him, which is even worse. But this goober at Nerd Rage Gaming Finals, I think this is a standard event, which is why I didn't really care about it. Has decided that he wants to put cards in his fucking lap and then pull them up whenever he fucking needs them.
Yeah. Yeah. It's the webcam cheats, except IRL.
IRL. Under G table? No, not on webcam, only in person.
Yeah, it's like, what on earth are we doing?
I can't believe this wasn't discovered until like today. Maybe like in the past like few days. And we just like this just happened. That's crazy.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know, it was interesting in the 3v3, my teammate would like I'm in seat C, he's in seat A, so I can't talk to him by the rules of the tournament. So like I had to like tell our team captain like, hey, tell him to keep his hand up. Like, cause he's putting it under the table. I'm like, no. Tell him to keep that fucking hand up. Cause I don't want like any fucking allegations. This was in round 1. It caused a weird thing. Sorry, I want to go back to this. It caused a weird thing where it was like player in the player I was playing is watching seat A gameplay. B can only talk to A. C cannot talk to A. So keep that in mind. They're watching and talking to seat B and being like, well, no, you should do this, 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 and this. And it's like, I don't think this is in the spirit of what you want to do. I don't know about this. And they go, well, you told your team captain like to tell them something. It was like, yeah, his team is fucking hand up because he keeps putting it under the table.
Yeah.
Other than that, I haven't said a fucking word about this match.
Yeah.
But we won anyway, and yeah. But what? That's what it is. But this cheat's wild. This cheat's wild. Just keep your hands on the table. Yes. Keep your hands visible at all times. If your opponent's hands go like completely off screen or like off table to where you can't see them, say something. Say something.
Yeah, I don't understand this incessant need to win at all costs. I don't get it. To me, this just makes zero sense. It's like, if you have a shit hand, you have a shit hand. Like, just deal with it, man.
It happens all
the time. It does. Like, this just makes people, like, this is what makes people want to angle shoot sometimes, I think. Well, not angle shoot, but just like random allegations here and there of just things that are happening.
Sure.
Yeah.
All right. Well, that's the cheat of the week, Bill. It happened. We got another cheat. We're so happy about this.
It's the best thing for the game. It was at energy too, which is funny.
Why is that funny?
In my opinion, it's funny because it's like this. It's this program that's trying to like become more legitimate. Well, I don't know if they're not legitimate. I don't know where I stand.
I would consider NRG a high quality circuit.
Okay,
it's not like the SCG circuit back in the day where it was like this is like the SCG circuit back in the day used to be like the fucking thing. Of course, it was also like entirely East Coast, or like mostly East Coast. Now like SCGs all over the country, which is great. But yeah, like you would have like the SCG grinders, you would have the NRG grinders, you'd have MXP. I think that's the West Coast circuit. It would be MXP.
Ignore me. I don't know what I'm doing.
I think NRG is legit. I just does it matter? I don't know. Maybe.
Yeah, I don't know, Dan. I don't know.
It's a circuit. Just like Apex has a circuit. I wish I had a circuit. I don't like that. I want a circuit down here, please.
Dan, you can start it.
No, I'm not starting it. I'm not fucking doing that shit. That's so stupid.
Okay.
Speaking of stupid, it's time to talk about the ban list. Bill.
Hell yeah, the ban list.
I don't think you understand. Card game players don't know what they want. I mean, look at the One Piece ban list. They thought they knew what they wanted, and then like 4 days later, they're like, this fucking sucks. And it's like, well, what do you want? What do you want? So, Bill, with that in mind, let's talk about what we want as card game players for the modern format. Do you want to take the easy one, or do you want to make another prediction?
I think everybody knows about the easy one being the Underworld Breach. Like, I don't need to take that one. It would be silly to take that one.
True. So I'll take it. Underworld Breach should be banned. Hey, there needs to be this is the free square. Like every like the past like 3 ban list updates, there's been a free square.
There has.
Where it's like, this is the baseline. If this card is not on this announcement, The ban list sucks. And Underworld breaches that this time. We had the One Ring on the previous one. We had Nadu on the one before that. Those were the free squares. So, like, you can't tell Wizards, like, good job for banning Underworld Breach because it is the card that should be banned.
Yeah. Yeah. It's, I think, 100% going to be banned because I hate these people I see on Twitter who are just like, oh, we should ban Mox Opal instead.
No,
It's
don't
like,
ban Mox Opal.
Breach was a thing before Mox Opal.
Yep.
Mox Opal, I think, is like actually like there's a lot of requirements to get it going. Like, so yeah. Yay, free square.
Yeah, Mox Opal should stay unbanned because hey, what are our Affinity and Hammer doing with Mox Opal? Please tell us.
Not
I'll wait
a lot.
I will wait for you to tell me what Hammer and Affinity are doing with Mox Opal.
Not a whole lot.
All right, I'm done waiting. So what you the silence is nothing. They've done fucking nothing.
Yeah. Yep. You know what I think might get banned? That's not the free square.
Yep. Now we're in this.
That fucking kicker Eldrazi that exiles a land.
Showing Mike is fine.
I think that's on the list. I would be perfectly fine if that card read instead of exiles, like maybe you get 2 lands of any kind. Like I don't care about it ramping them. I care that it just like it fucks on everything else. Like
I care about ramping them now.
Why?
Have you seen that Ugin card?
Oh, the new one, yes. Yeah.
That Ugin card is fucking disgusting.
I hope that the ban announcement also includes that as like a pre-ban.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, all right, like this card, if nobody's familiar with, like, we're getting to spoiler here.
Yeah, we're getting into Dragonstorm spoilers, but like it's
a 7-drop with a static ability. Whenever you cast a colorless spell, exile target permanent. Is that how it's worded?
I'm trying to pull it up. You're gonna get the full art, so everyone just.
Which I think is also the best art.
Everyone just deal with it. Yes. Oh my god, I hate. Oh, why is StreamYard being so bad about this? All right, here's the new Ugin. 7 cost, colorless. When you cast a spell, exile up to 1 target permanent that's 1 or more colors. Whenever you cast a colorless spell, exile up to 1 target permanent that's 1 or more colors. +2, gain 3 life and draw a card. For 0, add 3 colorless mana. -11, search your library for any number of colorless non-land cards. Exile them and then shuffle. Until end of turn, you may cast those cards without paying their mana cost. Now, please read the -11 with the static.
Oh, you get to board wipe them?
Yep.
That's cool. And on top of probably have Annihilator 8 or whatever with like an Emrakul, whatever's going on over there.
Yeah, you get to like Ulamog, and you're exiling one of their large permanents, so you get Annihilator, whatever their large permanent is.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, I would love to see this fucking card immediately just sent to the Shadow Realm. Immediately.
Yeah.
Before the set even releases, I don't want to see this fucking card.
Yeah, no, because guess what? They're all going to start running the goddamn stupid, like, Mox Amber, Mox Opal, or not Amber, but like the what? Mishra's Baubles. Sorry, like 0 exile a card.
Maybe.
Exile a card for free. Look at the top card of a deck, draw a card. But I mean, it doesn't sound bad. There's a lot of flex slots in that deck.
Yeah, because you're taking out Karns now. Like, Karn doesn't matter anymore.
Yeah, no, F this. Karn, fuck Karn.
Yeah, I don't know. Regardless, I want Eldrazi hit somehow.
Yeah.
I don't care how. I want it hit. It can be Sowing Mycospawn. It can be Kozilek's Command. It should be this card.
It should be this card.
I actually like. I think this card is like another free square. Honestly, I think this card is
like
ridiculous in terms of power level because this
is insane. It's insane because this you get all 3 Tron lands. You can cast this.
You get 3. Yeah, you get Natty Tron. You cast this. There's also the spot where you go. Turn 1 Ugin's Lab, Imprint, Talisman. Turn 2 Forest or second land, Sowing Mycospawn. Get another Ugin's Lab, imprint that, and then turn 3 play another just any land at all.
Yeah. Yep.
Play this guy.
Yeah. It's insane. It's stupid. Please stop. Wizards, what are you doing?
I don't understand this card. So yes, I need Eldrazi to take a hit on this ban list, no matter what. If this card, if they want this card to be in Modern, I will not like it. But I'll accept it. But if they don't hit Kozilek's Command or Sowing Mycospawn or potentially both, and then they let this card into the format, Eldrazi Summer, baby. Not even a question.
Hell yeah. Like I'm playing it. I will play the Eldrazi's.
That's fair.
If this card is there, because like holy shit.
Because like what do other decks that aren't like blue do to this? Because like this has a cast trigger for some fucking reason. It's an Eldrazi. It's like an Eldrazi Planeswalker because it has a fucking cast trigger.
But yeah, you're right. Yeah, whenever you cast this.
Yep. So you need Consign to Memory for exactly this card. What other decks do to this? What do non-blue decks do to this?
Yeah, I don't know, Dan.
Like, I hate this card. I hate this card so fucking much. I hate it.
Yeah, I agree. All
right. Let's stop harping on Eldrazi, but something from Eldrazi should be hit. I'm not saying it's a free square, but it's like hey, this format is going to get out of control if you don't. Bill, anything else you want to predict getting banned? Yes.
I think Titan getting Amulet banned, I think is possible. Because
give me a percentage.
I want to give you. I'll say it's probably like a 40% chance. I think it's 40. I don't think it's 50 or more at this point.
Okay, that's a reasonable percentage.
Yeah, because right, they take out the big bad combo deck, right? Now, Titan has been getting toys left and right all last year, right? They have the Spelunking. Mm-hmm. They have a bunch of other stuff. They
Aftermath Analyst, Keen-Eyed Curator, the Surveillance.
They have so many tools in that box that if they took an Amulet hit, it slows them down maybe 1 to 2 turns. And in my opinion, I think that's what the deck needs.
Yeah. Because like you get the turn 1 Saga into Amulet nut draws that get you double Amulet, and as long as you have a bounce land, you can like pack for Titan, and then
on like turn 2 or 3.
Yeah. I think turn 2, but I think you can go off I have not done. I don't see enough Titan lines. Like I can't visualize the Titan line in my head. But I like when I watch my opponent starting to go off. I'm like, oh, you're gonna go do this,
Mm-hmm.
and they do exactly those things. And I'm like, cool. I understand the deck. I can probably play it. But
yeah,
I think this is hopeful. I think this fucking deck is a cockroach. This deck is the cockroachiest cockroach that ever cockroached. This deck can take like the copy pasta. Put in the copy pasta. Somebody put the copy pasta in the comments.
Yeah.
It can't. It doesn't die, Bill. It's just somehow evades bans constantly.
It's a consistent thing. Like I think the card Primeval Titan, I think it's a good card. I think that's perfectly fine to keep in the format. Right. I wish it didn't have trample. Whatever.
Sure.
But it's the amulet that really messes things up.
And I agree with you. I think we're close to like 10%, honestly, like of an amulet ban.
You think so?
I think it's very low. I do not see how this deck eats a ban.
Yeah, you're right. I mean, it probably is extremely low.
Because its representation, I think, over the modern RC formats was maybe at its highest 7%.
I'm more so looking at like conversions on it.
I think the conversions were also very low.
In my opinion, any conversion rate that's consistently up the next day needs a looked at.
Sure, but I just in that case we're looking at Murktide too. So like, what are we gonna do about Murktide? We're gonna leave Murktide alone?
That's not consistent.
Okay, sure.
That has not been consistent. Yeah.
Sure. For me, the next card that probably should be on the ban list is Guide of Souls. Hey, the whole reason Breach even became a deck was because Energy had a tough time against combo. And this was back in the One Ring format, where Energy was like, hey, cool, I'm just going to mid-range you / aggro you to death. And then Breach would go, cool, I'm going to play a turn 3 ring and kill you on turn 4. Is that okay? I hope that's okay.
I hope.
And then Breach became tier 1, like tier 0 deck. And then Energy couldn't do anything about it because it was like a mid-range aggro deck. And generally those decks have no kind of like answer to combo decks. It was the same reason why, if you think about it, it was actually a bad pick into the Nadu meta, because it would do well into every deck that wasn't Nadu. But Nadu is a combo deck that you have no answers for, so therefore Nadu just kind of got to do whatever it wanted to do over Boros Energy.
Yep.
So when you remove the deck that, in theory, exists solely to fuck on Boros Energy stocks are going to rise back up if we move back towards a more mid-rangey meta. Because I think in that case, it can start teching more towards black-white. It already had a good time into Murktide. So, the other mid-rangey decks, it probably has a fine time into, which means it will be the number 1 mid-range aggro deck again. And we were complaining about it being like, well, this is still the best deck in the format at the beginning of last format before Breach figured itself out. What do we need to hit from this? Well, with the Guide of Souls. Hey, sorry, let's kill Energy. I'm fine with killing Energy because you can just make Boros good stuff. With a Johnny and with Ocelot Pride and Spyro and Flage and Ragavan. You can do all these things. They're all fine.
And Goblin Bombardment.
And Goblin Bombardment. Sure, maybe you don't have like the guaranteed life gain to let Ocelot Pride get out of control. Sure, fine. But I'd rather that than oh, cool. It's turn 5 and my opponent's at 34 life because they have Guide of Souls plus Cat. Great. This is cool.
Yeah. Yeah, it's I think you're right. I think Guide of Souls needs to eat that ban, and that's the one card too that's not like it's a rare, and so its price isn't super high, right?
Yeah.
Like that's one that everybody like, yeah, it's gonna suck, but it's not like, oh man, I spent like $40 on these cards and now I'm stuck because
I still think, energy. It won't be energy because it'll be out of energy. But I think that that deck will still be playable. I think it'll still be a good deck. It's just it won't get completely out of control with its life gain. That's all I want.
Yeah, I don't even think it's necessarily the life gain. I think to me it's more like that putting the counters on everything.
It's the life gain, it's the gain of the energy, therefore making your galvanic blast, what the fuck, discharge better. Your static prisons last longer, and also you have the upside on itself.
That's true.
If it didn't have the upside on itself of paying to three energy.
Yeah, 3 energy.
3 energy, giving +2/+2 and flying to something. I think we'd be talking about something else entirely.
Yeah. Yeah. Man, too bad we couldn't errata cards.
True. Bill, anything else you want to see take a hit?
I'm trying to think, like there's like one card that's just like whenever you see it, you're just like, oh, that sucks. And I can't think of it, so I'm not gonna say anything. I'm fine.
Yeah, I think I'm good. Outside of
Karn the Great Creator. I hate
Karn's fine. Karn's fine.
I hate
Karn is fine. No one cares. Karn kind of sucks outside of like the breach meta or like a breach matchup. Like Karn's fine. Karn can exist. I don't care.
Yeah, I just hate Karn.
I will a lot of times just let Karn resolve because I just don't give a fuck. It's like, sure. Oh, you got a Tormod script? How devastating. Well, I have this frog and these bowmasters here. What will you do about these?
Frog and this
die? Bow. Oh, okay. For me, is there anything else that I want banned? No. I want to keep an eye on Ketramos. I don't think that card's broken in any way, shape, or form. I think it's just a very good value piece. But I don't think that card's broken. I think people have also figured out how to play around it. I mean, look at all the fucking hate in the meta currently. Like, you have Dismembers. You have black decks running Dismember. You have non-shadow decks running Dismember.
Celestial Purges are coming back.
Purge, if there's anything I'd want to hit from Black White is actually, and I told you this. I want it to be Baelmerk. I think that card is egregious because that card is damn near uninteractable on the stack.
Yeah, you have to counter it as a creature.
You have to counter it as a creature. Which means you have to subtlety it or you have to straight counterspell it. You can't force of negation it like I thought you could, like we did multiple times. We did that in our friendlies. I tried doing it, or no, one of my opponents like subtletied it. I'm like, you can't do that, and I'm like, no, I can. And it's like, let's get a judge about this. And the judge is like, yep, it's a creature. It's a creature on the stack. And I'm like, I fucking hate this game. What do you do to this?
Yeah. The way impending it was worded, it seemed like when you cast for the impending cost, it is everywhere an enchantment.
Yep.
But it's actually only an enchantment when it has time counters on it.
Which is sure.
Which is
so weird. Yeah, if there's any card, it's that card, but I also think that deck is horrifically inconsistent with how, like I said, how embarrassing some of its top decks are. Like, they'll hit the top deck of like, yeah, I'll hit a Bailmerk.
Yeah.
But then there'll be times where it's like, cool, I got a Boggart Bog and you have no graveyard.
I honestly, I do like, I saw a couple versions where it's more back towards Stoneblade, where you're getting, like, you're not doing as much of the exile blink stuff. I don't know. I like the Stoneblade stuff.
That sounds awful.
I don't know. We'll see. We need to see what the meta brings, right?
True, but that sounds awful. If anything, I think it goes back to a more vile version. Depending on like Murktide prevalence, because the better Murktide is, the better Aether Vial is.
True.
Unbans. Is there anything you want to see unbanned?
I don't even know what's on the ban list, Dan.
There's a fuck ton of things. I think Ponder can come back pretty safely. I think Deathrite Shaman can come back pretty safely. Blazing Shoal Band. I think that could probably come back. What's that card that's just like Fury but isn't Fury?
Punishing Fire?
Punishing Fire could probably come back.
Not the top.
Not since it's the body top. Not. Oh, I've been buying up Uros because I think Uro could come back.
Yeah, probably actually.
Uro's 3 mana, play a land, draw a card, gain a life.
Yeah,
it's like, who cares?
Chrome Mox can come back, right?
Chrome Mox cannot come back. Chrome Mox absolutely should stay where it is.
What do you think of the Tron lands coming back?
Tron lands?
Or not Tron lands,
the Artifact lands?
Artifact lands.
The Artifact lands could have come back if Mox Opal wasn't around.
If it, yeah, I can understand.
To me, the Artifact lands and Mox Opal are one or the other.
I can see that. Yeah.
So I'll never bring that up. Oko, I'd be interested. Maybe they could bring that back, but I doubt it.
Yeah, it's 3 mana and it makes a crap ton of value, right?
I mean, Tamiyo's 1 mana and makes a crap ton of value.
But it's a lot of steps of value.
Sure, it like incrementally gets its own value.
Mm-hmm.
Ampter, Ancient Den, no. Maybe Birthing Pod. Deathrite Shaman.
I could see fine. Birthing Pod coming back.
Get Probe, maybe. Probably not, though. Bring back Hogak for fun. Bring back Mental Misstep for fun. Bring back Luris for fun.
Bring back the Gak.
No, but for real, yeah, probably Uro, maybe Jite.
I think Jite's fine. I don't think.
I think you know what card is actually fine and should just not even be on this list at all. Seething Song.
That's how many mana to do that?
3 mana to make 5.
Yeah, that just I mean, it's fine.
Seething Song is 3 mana, make 5, and I guess it is an instant, but like that doesn't matter that much. Yeah, it's 3 mana, make a 5. Like, who fucking cares?
Yeah.
Rite of Flame though, Rite of Flame can stay gone. I think that's fine.
Yep.
Rite of Flame, for those of you who don't know, add 2 red, pay 1 red, add 2 red, then add 1 red for each Rite of Flame in your graveyard. So, you know,
ooh,
stacks. Yeah. So yeah, here's things I think I can come back. Uro, Jite, Seething Song, Ponder, maybe Get Probe. Actually, is Git Probe? What does Git Probe exactly say?
No.
Look at a hand. Look at a player's hand. Draw a card for Phyrexian. Okay, maybe not.
No, it's too strong.
And then Deathrite Shaman. Those are them. I'd bring back
Those
5
are
cards.
them.
I'd bring back 5 cards. Maybe bringing back Deathrite Shaman and Uro at the same time, debatable. But
I'd like to see it. It'd be fun.
yeah, I'll turn to Uro. Oh, okay. Yeah, sure, you got it.
Yeah, let's turn to
Christ.
Uro.
Let me turn to Uro.
It's good. It's fine. Don't worry about it.
It might be fine.
Don't worry.
I don't know. I have my playset of Deathrite Shaman sitting at a card shop right now. I have my playset of Uro plus an additional 2 ready to go.
Do you have a Deathrite Shaman already?
I do, but I wanted a matching playset.
See, I just need one of the other ones.
Yeah. I mean, you start with those 2 cards. Like if both of those cards come back, you go, here's 8 cards. What else? What else do I put in here?
Yeah, it's rough. Right? It's like I don't know. I definitely know Breach is taking the hit, but they need to do something else. In my
fucking
opinion.
Ugin.
They need to do something
about this
else
Ugin.
because that vacuum's just going to fill right back up.
True.
And
why banning 1 card is bad. You have to ban at least 2 or 3.
2 to 3. Yeah.
But I mean, in the case of One Piece, where they banned 4 cards, there's a massive vacuum right now. So, but also, difference.
They hit multiple decks, though.
They hit multiple decks, but also the big difference is that One Piece does not have the card pool that modern Magic the Gathering does.
True that.
All right. Anything else you want to talk about, Bill, before we get the fuck out of here?
I want to talk about D's nuts.
No, sounds good. All right. Well, thank you for watching / listening. Please leave a like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff that you got on the YouTube side. We really appreciate it. Let us know what you think of our ban list talk, whether it's the One Piece ban list or the Magic the Gathering ban list or the modern Magic the Gathering ban list. And let us know what you want to see banned / unbanned / are we panicking too much about Ugin? No, we're not. But you can let us know what you think in the comments below. And until next time, this is Dan saying, keep calm and spike on.